Once upon a time, in a magical world there was a forest. Deep in this ancient forest, one might be able to spot a small village. Its inhabitants are protected from the outside dangers by tall walls. They are not gnomes, dwarfs or goblins, nor are they elves or trolls. They are mandrakes, mythical children of the forest, living in harmony with the trees. Among the villagers there is a special mandrake, kind, peaceful, but naive. However, stories will be told about this one and his adventure. And this little mandrake's journey is just about to begin.
Morning, Mom.
Sweetie, you find today is the last day of school.
Yes, school. I'm a little bit nervous about the exam.
Don't worry, you'll do just fine. Remember all you've learned these years.
I'll be able to get outside the town gates. I wonder how it is out there.
Be careful, my dear child. You know there are a lot of dangers outside.
I thought those were children's stories.
But you're not a child anymore. My little Ig, don't forget to pay a visit to the headmaster.
You never told me what happened to my father.
Dear child, I suppose that now you're old enough to hear the real story. He used to venture out all the time. But one day, he left and never returned. I hope he's still alive.
Hasn't anybody been searching for him? Maybe he's still out there and he needs our help.
By the time we realized he went missing, he had been traveling for weeks. Few venture outside and even fewer return, for the wilderness is dark and full of danger.
I wish I could do something, maybe even search for him.
I was afraid you would say that.
Bye, Mom.
Take care.
Ouch! Is there anything other than books that this library has to offer?
It's not the first time you visit the library, is it? Among books, you can also find parchments and old artifacts. The most important are the ancient barks of the tree with hieroglyphs that our ancestors used to communicate. But of course, they're not available to the large public, especially not to a reckless kid.
If they are so important to our history, wouldn't it be better if everyone had access to them?
Out of the question. They are valuable indicators of how our ancestors fought and built this town for our kind to survive the dangers outside. I can't trust even my closest friends with them, let alone a selfish child.
Do you really have friends?
Enough of this. I have other things to do, and I guess you do too.
See you soon. Is there something wrong?
You think I'm ugly, don't you? I knew it. Everybody hates me.
No, I was just curious about your story.
There is no story to tell. I am what I am and nobody can change this, unfortunately. Someone once told me about a magic potion that can beautify even the most awful creature on earth. But maybe that's just a lie to give me hope. What am I to do with just hope?
Maybe I can help you. The only failure is not trying. Is there anything I can do to help you?
I've told you. I've heard that there could be a magic potion to make me look better. Maybe the librarian knows something about it.
What happened to you?
Leave me alone. I don't want to talk about this.
Listen to me for just a moment.
No, everybody hates me. Go away.
Please tell me, what's bothering you? Maybe I can help.
Fine, but promise you won't slag me about it.
I promise.
The full moon festival is close. I hate it. I'm tired of everybody avoiding me. Wherever I go, all I hear is whispers about me. They all say I'm hideous. Someone once told me that if I keep looking at the moon, it will fly away and leave us in the dark for the rest of our lives. I can't wait for that time when I can get my pass and leave this place.
I don't consider you ugly. And don't leave just because of this. Are you really willing to risk your life because of what other people think?
I've already made my decision. You are nice to me because you want something from me. Now leave me be.
Bye. I'm here for the pass. I'm 15 today.
Indeed. Today marks your 15th spring. Young mandrake, you are so eager to explore. I know you've heard this before, but the outside is mischievous. These days, there are fewer and fewer that dare venture outside the walls.
I know. I just want to recover my necklace.
The actions we take speak for themselves. They define us, who we really are. First of all, you must prove you are worthy. There's a glossary somewhere in this room waiting for you.
And what should I do with it?
In the glossary, you must place 4 leaves, 1 for each virtue. Each virtue has its own color. Complete the glossary and you'll earn your pass.
Where do I find these leaves? Is all of this necessary?
Look around the town. Surely the people are in need of a helping hand. At the right time, everything will make sense to you.
Headmaster, I've been wondering, how do you do it? The teaching, I mean. How can you remember everything?
It's been so many years since I started to teach here. In the beginning, it was tremendously difficult. Being a teacher comes with great responsibility. You realize that your words bear a lot of weight on the lives of young ones. It has always been my dream to help young mandrakes learn and understand the world that surrounds us. We, mandrakes, are able to see the roof of this forest change its color hundreds of times. We're outliving most of its trees. There's no question of remembering, but of knowledge.
Sounds a little boring to me. If you teach us, young mandrakes, then who was your teacher when you were young?
My teacher was a very wise lizard.
A lizard? I never saw one in this town.
When I was your age, there were no walls to separate us from the outside world. The lizards came and taught us magic. They were foreseeing a dangerous time that was coming. They'd helped us raise the walls to protect our town. But there came a time when they had to leave. Our town owes them its safety, but not many of us remember them. I was only a child then, just like you.
Tell me more about completing the glossary.
There are 4 leaves that you must acquire. Each one represents a virtue. The yellow leaf means that you have proved your kindness, compassion, and empathy. The blue one represents equity. It implies helping the needy with the resources of the wealthy. The red one has the color of love, especially for your family. Love is about giving without expecting anything in return. The green one means justice. You will acquire it by not having prejudice, but rather analyzing the situations and acting justly.
Goodbye.
Be careful.
Goodbye. I'm looking for a book about magic potions.
And your name is?
Egg.
Let me see. Oh, Mr. Egg, you have an overdue book. You cannot borrow another one until you bring that book back.
But sir, I don't exactly know where I put it, and I need this book urgently.
We do not tolerate this kind of behavior. If one cannot take care of the little things, how is he supposed to handle the big ones? Go find the overdue book. Otherwise, all you will get from me is a penalty.
Here is the Now, can I borrow another?
Yes, you can. But make sure to bring it back in time. What book are you looking for?
A book about magic potions, please.
We have one, but you cannot take it with you. It is a relic of the past. The wisdom it encompasses is immeasurable, and it is the last copy that survived this long. You can only read it here if you'd like. We can't afford any damage.
Thank you. I'll be careful with it.
Do be careful.
See you soon.
I hope not.
Have you always been a guard?
For 147 years, to be more precise. I've always wanted to be a protector for this village.
Have you seen my father in the past?
Yes, I knew him very well. There are not so many mandrakes leaving the village. I'm sorry, kid. I'm aware that most of the few that leave the village never return.
I want to leave the village.
Show me your pass.
I don't have one, sir. I'll take the test today.
So be it. Come back after you obtain the pass. But I advise you, outside is no place for a young mandrake.
Goodbye.
Godspeed, little one.